Hello students, ang topic natin ngayon ay solving annuity. Note that we will be solving simple annuity and general annuity only, which also falls to the category of ordinary annuity and annuity certain. So example 1, suppose Mr. Reyes would like to save 3,000 pesos. So ang ating P ay 3,000 at the end of each month for 6 months. So meron tayong T is equal to 6 dahil 6 times nagbayad. In a fund that gives 9% or 0.09 compounded monthly. So yan ay 12 times in a year. How much is the future value of his money after 6 months? So solution is to find the future value of all the payments at the end of the term. So meron tayong F is equal to P times 1 plus R over N raised to NT. Meron tayong 6 terms dahil 6 times nagbayad. And we will find first the value of the money at the 6 months. It is because money now is more valuable than later. The T here is equal to 0 since its values means the value of money now. So 3,000 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 0 is equal to 3,000. Then, we'll find the value of money at the 5th month, which turns out to have an interest now. So 3,000 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 1, it is equal to 3,022.50. Then for the 4th month, it is 3,000 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 2, it is equal to 3,045.169. Then for the 3rd month, it is 3,000 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 3. It is equal to 3,068.008. Then at the 2nd month, 3,000 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 4 is equal to 3,091.018. And for the 1st month, yan ay 3,000 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 5. Yan ay 3,114.20. Notice that in the 1st month, mas malaki yung value niya compared dun sa 6 months. Kasi nga, money now is more valuable than later. So, mas magkakaroon ng interest yung pera ngayon kumpara sa pera sa mga susunod. And then, get the sum by adding the future value of each term. So, nakakuha natin 3,000 plus 3,022.50 plus 3,045.169 plus 3,068.008 plus 3,091.018 plus 3,114.20. Then we get 18,340.89, which means the future value of Mr. Reyes' money for 6 months is 18,340.89 pesos. How about if I have 120 monthly payments? So, ibig sabihin ba nun, yung 120 times akong magsasolve ng future value for each month? So, the shorter way of finding the future value of annuity is to use a formula, which is future value of the annuity is equal to R over 1 plus R over N raised to T minus 1 all over R over N, where R, malaking R, is the regular amount of each payment or the periodic payment. Then yung maliit na r is the rate of interest. N is the number of times interest has been made. At yung T is the term of annuity or the time between the first and last payment interval. So, kung nakailang beses ng bayad. So, balik tayo dun sa kaninang example. So, suppose Mr. Reyes would like to save 3,000 pesos at the end of each month for 6 months in a fund that gives 9% compounded monthly. How much is the future value of his money after 6 months? So, meron na tayong given. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung P naging R. So, kasi yan yung naging periodic payment or monthly payment for 6 months. Then, sabi doon, ang answer daw ay the future value of Mr. Reyes' money for 6 months is 18,340.89. Tingnan natin kung yan pa rin yung magiging sagot after we use the formula. So, the formula is future value of annuity is equal to the product of periodic payment and the quotient of the difference of 1 plus r over n raised to t and 1 and r over n. Then, we substitute the values dun sa formula. So, meron tayong 3,000 times 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 6 minus 1 all over 0.09 over 12. Then, we solve it using PEMDAS. So, 0.09 divided by 12, yan ay 0.0075. Then, 0.0075 plus 1, yan ay 1.0075 raised to 6, yan ay 1.045852,235. Then, may tutuldok. So, meron tayong ellipsis to show that hindi muna dapat natin pinuputol yung answer. So, hindi muna tayo mag-round off hanggat hindi final answer yung ating nakukuha. So, minus 1, yan ay 0.045852,235 divided by 0.0075, yan ay 6.113631347 multiply to 3,000, ang ating future value ay 18,340.89. So, same as answer dun sa kaninang computation. So, example 2. Suppose Mr. Reyes would like to know the present value of his monthly deposit of 3,000 when interest is 9% compounded monthly. How much is the present value of his savings at the end of 6 months? So, solution, discount the payment of each period to the beginning of the term, that is, find the present value of each payment. So, yung formula for present value, yan ay F over 1 plus R over N raised to T at meron tayong 6 payments. So, dito, i-discount natin yung each payment from the start. So, 3,000 over 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 1. Yan ay 2,977.67. The second month, so, di-discount ulit natin siya. Siya ay 3,000 over 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 2. Yan ay 2,955.50. While in third month, yan ay 3,000 over 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 3. Yan ay 2,933.50. While in fourth month, yan ay 3,000 over 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 4. Yan ay 2,911.66. At sa pang limang buwan, yan ay 3,000 over 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 5. Yan ay 2,889.99. Then at the 6th month, yan ay 3,000 over 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to 6. Yan ay 2,868.47. Then, we get the sum nung mga na-compute nating values. So, 2,977.67 plus 2,955.50 plus 2,933.50 plus 2,911.66 plus 2,889.99 plus 2,868.47, yan ay 17,536.79, which means the present value of Mr. Reyes' money for 6 months is 17,536.79 para magkaroon siya ng 18,000. So, how about if I have 120 monthly payments? So, ganun ulit. Magsusolve ba ako ng 120 times ng present value? So, a shorter way of finding the present value of annuity is to use a formula. Ano yung formula ni present value ng annuity? So, it is the product of R and the difference of 1 and 1 plus R over N raised to negative T and R over N, where malaking R means the regular amount of each payment, R na maliit is the rate of interest, N is the number of times interest has been made, T is the term of annuity or the time between the first and last payment interval. So, balik tayo sa kaninang example. So, suppose Mr. Reyes would like to know the present value of his monthly deposit of 3,000 pesos when interest is 9% compounded monthly. So, how much is the present value of his savings at the end of 6 months? So, sabi dun kanina sa answer, the present value of Mr. Reyes' money for 6 months is 17,536.79 at meron tayong mga given na to. So, ang hinahanap, present value at yung R dito, instead of F, siya ay magiging R, periodic payment. Kasi nga, 3,000 for each month ang binabayad niya. So, solution, gamitin natin yung formula for present value of annuity. Then, we substitute the values we have to the formula. So, meron tayong 3,000 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.09 over 12 raised to negative 6 all over 0.09 over 12. So, katulad kanina, gamitin natin ang PEMDAS. So, 0.09 divided by 12 is 0.0075 plus 1. Yan ay 1.0075 raised to negative 6. Yan ay 0.956158017. So, meron tayong ellipsis ulit to show na hindi dapat putulin o i-round off agad yung nakuha nating answer unless final answer na siya. So, 1 minus 0.956, 158017, and so on. Yan ay 0.043841982, and so on. Divided by 0.075, yan ay 5.845597,630 multiply to 3,000. So, the present value is 17,536.79. Same dun sa computation natin kanina. So, another example. In order to save for her high school graduation, Marie decided to save 200 pesos at the end of each month. If the bank pays 0.25% compounded quarterly, how much will her money be at the end of 6 years? So, dito, sulat natin sa side na to yung ating formula. Then, alamin natin yung mga given. So, meron tayong 200 pesos as periodic payment. At sabi, if the bank pays 0.25%, so meron tayong rate na 0.25% or 0.025. Compounded quarterly, so yan ay 4 times in a year. How much will her money be at the end of 6 years? So, 6 years times 12 months dahil each month siya nagbabayad. Every month siya nagbabayad. So, every month of 6 years is equal to 72 times siyang nagbayad. Ano raw yung future value? So, kung future value yung hinahanap, gamitin natin yung formula for future value of annuity. So, yan ay R times 1 plus R over N raised to T minus 1 all over R over N. So, substitute yung given values. So, yan ay 200 times 1 plus 0.0025 over 4 raised to 72 minus 1 all over 0.0025 over 4. Then, 0.0025 divided by 4, yan ay 0.000625. Then, plus 1, yan ay 1.000625. Then, raised to 72, yan ay 1.046013,156, and so on. So, ganun ulit. Huwag mo nang puputulin yung answer hanggat hindi pa final answer. Then, minus 1, yan ay 0.0466 0.13,156 all over 0.00625. So, yan ay 73.621,050,194 and so on. Multiply to 200. Therefore, the future value of Marie's money is 14,724 after 6 years. Example number 4, Mr. Ong paid 100,000 pesos as down payment for a car. The remaining amount is to be settled by paying 14,500 at the end of each month for 5 years. If interest is 4.5% compounded monthly, what is the cash price of his car? So, yun pala yung formula natin. Given. Sulat natin yung given. So, meron daw siyang 100,000 pesos as down payment. Then, the remaining amount is to be settled by paying 14,500 kada buwan for 5 years. So, kada buwan, for 5 years, yan ay 60 times. So, ang rate natin ay 4.5% or 0.045 compounded monthly. So, ang hinahanap, yung cash price. So, ano yung cash price? The cash value or cash price is equal to the down payment kung meron plus the present value of the installment payments. So, meron na tayong down payment, wala tayo ng present value. Therefore, hanapin natin yung present value. So, para mahanap siya, gamitin natin yung formula for present value of annuity. Then, we substitute the values na nakuha natin, yung given, doon sa ating formula. So, meron tayong 14,500 multiply to 1 minus 1 plus 0.045 over 12 raised to negative 60 all over 0.045 over 12. Then, 0.045 divided by 12, yan ay 0.00375 plus 1, yan ay 1.00375 raised to negative 60, yan ay 0.798852323 and so on. 1 minus 0.798852323 and so on, yan ay 0.201, 147676 and so on. I-divide naman natin yan sa 0.0375, yan, makukuha natin si 53.639380351 and so on, multiply dun sa 14,500. So, ang present value ay 777,771.02. So, yun ay present value. Ang hinahanap natin ay yung cash price. So, yung cash price para makita natin niya ay down payment plus present value. So, yung down payment na 100,000 plus yung nakuha natin present value na 777,771.02. So, yan ay 877,771.02 ang cash price ng kotse. So, another example. Piolo borrowed 1 million pesos. He agrees to pay the principal plus interest by paying an equal amount of money every 6 months for 3 years. What should be his semi-annual payment if interest is 8% compounded annually? So, first, alamin natin yung mga given. Nanghiram siya ng 1 million. This means, yung present value ay 1 million. So, sabi niya, babayaran niya in 3 years. Every 6 months. So, pag sinabing every 6 months, 2 times in a year. So, ilang beses siya nagbayad? 6 times. Yung rate ay 8% or 0.08. Compounded annually, ibig sabihin yearly, nagko-compound yung interest. So, ang hinahanap ngayon ay yung kanyang equal payment. So, solution, yan, ganito yung itsura ng kanyang magiging pagbabayad. So, sa unang kalahating buwan, hindi natin alam, susunod na taon, susunod ulit, after 6 months, after 6 months, after 6 months, after 6 months. So, dahil alam natin yung formula ng present value, we can derive the formula here of the periodic payment. So, R is equal to P all over 1 minus 1 plus R over N raised to negative T all over R over N. So, let us solve. So, we substitute the values to the formula of periodic payment. So, meron tayong 1 million all over the quotient of 1 minus 1 plus 0.08 over 1 raised to negative 6 and 0.08 over 1. So, 1 million, yan, over 1 minus 1 plus 0.08 raised to negative 6 over 0.08. So, dinivide muna natin yung 0.08 sa 1. Then, we add 1 plus 0.08. So, makukuha natin si 1.08. Then, raise siya sa negative 6. Yan ay 0.630169626 and so on. So, yung 1 minus the answer na nakuha natin. So, yan ay 0.369830,373 and so on. Divided by sa 0.08. Yan ay 4.622,879,683. Then, 1 million divided by that answer. So, ang kanyang periodic payment, so every 6 months, magbabayad siya ng 216,315.39. So, kung natuto kayo, click like. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you!